This is Gilbert Cruz for Time.com. Chinese pianist Lang Lang consistently tops the classical music charts. The 26-year-old, who has performed with the world's most renowned orchestras, has just released a memoir, Journey of 1,000 Miles. I sat down with him at Steinway Piano's flagship store in New York City to answer questions from Time readers.
What is the most important thing you can do to help keep classical music a living and evolving world rather than just a static canon or collection of music?
So first of all, this autobiography I wrote, it's something to, what I try to achieve is to make classical music and the people who's not necessarily listen to classical music, those crowd to get closer. So through personalities, through the real, sincere life stories. And also I think the image of playing, and it's now already also changed a little bit. When you look at today, the recordings, you see the cover of musicians. They look already, kind of real people, rather than before, always with tie, with tuxedo, with big tails, And now you see, classical musicians also start wearing interesting things. I hate wearing tuxedo with tails, so I always try to have a special design things on, but when I'm on the piano, I only think about piano. I don't even think about what audience think about me.
You mentioned that you like to wear specially designed things, and if I'm correct, those are sneakers that bear your name on them?
Yeah, so this is the
Lang Lang Adidas sneakers?
Yeah, I must say I'm very excited about this project. Adidas is such a sport brand, so maybe through these Olympic years, now we should do something, crossing over between culture and sport. So that's why we did that.
Your talent was visible at an early age. What kind of impact did that have on your childhood?
But as pianists, we are halfway sportsman, sports person, that you need to practice like building up a kung fu method. And this, you must practice. So sure, once you're a pianist, you need to give part of your childhood. At that point, I really jealous about other people, when they go to park, when they are playing football, or basketball, I'm practicing, like in the zoo practicing. So, but then when I'm on stage, I found it's not bad. At least you get applause, you get flower back. Now, as a freelancer pianist, you can really, you can have anytime vacations you want. So, it has a good side and bad side.
When you play in China, what is the reaction there from sort of younger generations to you?
In China, 90% or 95% of audiences are below 20 years old. So it's a really young crowd, and you see many children coming in. And the piano tickets are so demanding, so every time I go back, I play in the stadium, with 10,000 people or 12,000 people, because otherwise you cannot hold 2,000 or 3,000 concert hall. So I love it. It's great, and they are cheering up like a pop concert. And really, after the concert, I need to wait 2 hours before I can get out the way. So it's the oh my gosh, it's something else.
How do you manage to retain and convey the emotions in a musical piece after having played it hundreds and hundreds of times?
I always remember Franz Liszt, what he think about playing somebody else's music. He was thinking, he was talking about Bach. He said, now, those days we are playing Bach. But Bach has already left us 100 years, and more than 100 years. So he said, but why we are playing their piece again? Because first of all, it's a great work. It's always, have life which is beyond than us. And second thing is that he think that the music is already gone, and then he like to bring it back, from the ground, and then it's kind of like reborn, to the world. So somehow this is a really magical moment that for artists, it's like we are bringing the spiritual soul back to our lives. And then after this tonight performance is gone. And the day after you need to bring another spiritual thing. So it's kind of I thought it's a very exciting process.
Is the best or your favorite piano composition?
That's probably the most difficult question for me, because there are so many great works and so many wonderful composers, and to choose one piece, it's really, really tough. But I prefer something with lots of emotion, with lots of colors, and with lots of melodies. So I would say the Russian classics fits me very well. Also, some of the Mozart, Beethoven, early works fits me very well, and Chopin, Liszt.
What do you think about the role of the contemporary classical musician? Is it possible for modern life and classical music to coexist, or are they in parallel tracks, or never to cross?
I believe that it's like when you read a Shakespeare, of course the story is old, but the good thing is no matter how old is this play or this piece was, it's always conflict with the human's feeling. And that's a very basic, whether you are Chinese, whether you're European, whether you are American, there's always connected between, what is in your heart, what is in your mind, what is in your soul. And this is why we still like the great work from the past, because that never changed. That's the roots of human being. If we focus on that, I don't see why we cannot connect to the great classic.